The debate that many of my clients have amongst themselves and with me is whether or not they should buy new construction or focus on resale homes. Some folks want the convenience of having all new systems in their home to help with the cost of insurance and ease their move-in process, but some folks just can't stand to not see any mature trees in these new construction communities. Today we are here to break down the pros and cons of buying new construction here in Greenville, South Carolina. And if you are considering buying new construction in our area, you're not going to want to miss this, because buying the wrong house, either new or old, could cost you thousands. Let's do it. As always, my friends, my name is Sawyer, your friend in real estate here in the upstate of South Carolina, and it's our goal with this channel that we are your #1 resource for all the things that you need to know about the Greenville, South Carolina area. We aim to provide you with the most reliable, the most relevant, the most practical, and the most data-driven information that you can or can't find on the internet. And if you do decide to move here, all I would ask is I would be considered to be the realtor that you choose to work with. So as with every decision in life, there are pros and cons to choosing one thing over the other, and that surely is the case as well if you're thinking about buying a new construction home here in the Greenville area. Many of the clients I work with say one of two things. Hey Will, we want to focus on new homes because everything in the home is new and we want that convenience. And on the other hand, I'll have clients that say, I'm open to anything other than new construction because I just can't stand these new communities where they chop all of the trees down. And look, I get both sides of that coin. So let's talk about the good and the bad with buying new construction. And first, let's talk about the pros of buying new construction. So first and foremost, buying a new home affords you all new systems in your brand new home. Now, this means that your roof is new and it's likely going to last you at least 20 years. Your insulation is new and it's up to the most recent codes. Your HVAC is new and is likely going to last you at least 10 to 15 years. Your electrical system is new and up to the most recent code as well. And your water heater is new and will likely last you 8 to 15 years. Now, having new systems means that you get peace of mind when moving into your new home, and hopefully affords you one less thing to worry about when you're making your multi-state move or buying your first home, or just generally dealing with all the stress that comes with moving in general. All right, and secondly, let's talk about warranties. So most builders here in our area will offer warranties on their new homes, and those warranties are going to be 1, 2, and 10-year warranties. The 1-year warranty is essentially a wall-to-wall warranty, much like a bumper-to-bumper warranty if you buy a new car. Much like the new home orientation or the blue tape walkthrough that we conduct a week before closing to note any imperfections and put together the repair list that will be addressed prior to closing. At the 11-month mark, builders will come back through and essentially do the same thing again after you've had a chance to live in the home for about a year and settle into the home. Now, some builders like D.R. Horton or Meritage do a 14-day or 30-day walk to ensure after closing, everything is okay after you have moved all of your stuff into the home and have gotten to settle into the home a little bit sooner than that 11-month walk. This is good because surprises can happen when you move in. Movers can ding walls, windows can start to grab, nail pops can start to appear, or cabinets can get scratch marks on them. These are all things plus more that the builder will come in and address at this walkthrough at the end of that 11-month period. The 2-year warranty is a systems warranty like plumbing and electrical, basically what's behind the walls. And if for some reason you have issues with these systems behind the walls, within 2 years of closing, the builder will come out and address these items within that time frame. And the 10-year warranty is a state-required structural warranty that all builders must adhere to. Now, this doesn't include cracks that start to appear at drywall tape seams or the small, very hard to notice pressure cracks on your home foundation that will definitely appear as the home starts to settle itself. But if you have over, say, 1/4 of an inch displacement in concrete or in your slab or in your foundation wall, basically if you can fit your pinky in between the crack, then that's when you need to get the builder back out and look at things. And the third pro to buying new construction, in my opinion, are modern layouts and energy efficiencies that are going to be abundant in new construction designs and home plans. Think better insulation, low-E windows, smart thermostats, efficient HVAC systems, open concept layouts, 9-foot ceiling heights, large kitchens with a plethora of cabinet and countertop space, and modern primary bedrooms. What many clients will find in, say, older houses that, of course, you'll find spread throughout the county are these older designs where, say, when you walk in, all you see are walls that separate different living spaces. Think of an older brick ranch where you walk in, to the left is the formal living room, and beyond that is the formal dining room. And on the other side of the formal living room wall, you have your family room, which is separated by yet another wall, which leads you into the kitchen. The bedrooms are usually crammed on one side of the home, and if these homes have been renovated, then you'll likely see beams in the ceilings to act as structural support when the home was renovated. Practically all of these homes are going to have 8-foot ceilings, with the occasional one that will have 9-foot ceilings. We really started to see open concepts become a popular layout design near the turn of the 21st century, and the far majority of homes nowadays are built with these high ceilings, which makes the space feel even bigger than it is, and these open layouts making the home much more communal and functional from both a living day-to-day perspective and an energy perspective. Two more here in the pro section, and now another huge pro and often overlooked aspect of buying a new construction home is many of these larger new construction communities are going to come with resort style amenities. As we've discussed in other videos, the scale of amenities is usually directionally proportional to the amount of homes in the community. It doesn't really matter about price point. It's all relative to the number of folks living in the community. You'll find tip-top amenities such as Olympic or Junior Olympic sized pools in communities for both under $400,000 and well over $400,000. Same thing with tennis courts, pickleball courts, walking trails, sidewalks, and more. At least in our area, for older communities, say on the east side, you may or may not find community amenities despite actually being in a neighborhood. Last pro that we will talk about for buying new construction homes is incentives. Many builders in our area, especially the bigger builders like D.R. Horton, Meritage, Eastwood, Pulte, Mungo, and others are able to offer closing cost incentives, move-in appliance and blind packages, or even discounted interest rates. I got a call from my D.R. Horton agent this week, and he said, dude, we are offering $10,000 towards closing costs and as low as a 3.9% interest rate on some of our homes right now. The only caveat is you have to use their preferred lender and attorney. And you may ask, how can they get such great incentives for buyers? And it's because largely they have in-house financing within their companies. So these builders are able to buy down these interest rates at scale and offer those to prospective buyers until those monies are used that they use to buy down the rate in bulk. Smaller, local, semi-custom builders usually are only able to offer temporary buy-downs like a 2-1 buy-down versus a 30-year fixed rate buy-down like these larger builders can. So we went over quite a number of pros for choosing new construction, and if you have any questions about anything that we just went over, please do me a favor, email me at my email below. I would be more than happy to send you a list of new homes in your price range or answer any questions that you have. And now let's talk about the negatives. So let's talk about the less exciting side of buying new construction. Look, I help a lot of people buy new homes, and there are some incredible upsides like we just talked about, but it's not all shiny countertops and fresh paint smells. So what about the downsides or the cons of buying new construction? Let's talk about it. First and foremost, be mindful that the price you see on the internet as advertised, say $325,000 plus or $450,000 plus, likely is not the final price that you're going to pay for the home. Many builders lock you in at a structural design price, and then you go to Design Center and can spend $20,000 to $50,000, and I've even had clients spend upwards of $100,000 at Design Center. Builders don't like to share the Design Center options before you sign a structural contract, and I don't really know why that is, but it's most builders' policy. So just be sure you're working with someone like me who can give you a good estimate of what you're going to spend at Design Center for each respective community before you commit yourself and your money to buying or building a home from scratch, and even more importantly, to make sure you're not outpricing yourself relative to the rest of the neighborhood by overspending at Design Center. Some builders wow you in their model, and they don't even offer options that you see in the model in the rest of the neighborhood. Next, let's talk about location trade-offs. Now, most new construction is not happening in the heart of Greenville, much less happening within 10 or 15 minutes from downtown Greenville, unless you're looking at townhomes or infill development in the city. If you've got your heart set on walking to downtown to go to a coffee shop or hitting the Swamp Rabbit Trail from your doorstep, that's probably not going to happen in a brand new build unless you have the ability to spend at least $600,000 on the low end. A lot of new developments are popping up in the outer county areas like Fountain Inn, Greer, and even parts of Spartanburg County like Bowling Springs and Inman and Woodruff. We're also seeing a lot of new construction in Piedmont and Powdersville as well. These areas are growing like crazy, which is great, but you might be trading charm and convenience for brand new everything. And when you zoom out, that could mean longer commutes, especially if you're working downtown or trying to be closer to the airport, healthcare, or other major employers that employ a lot of our workforce. The more you're able to spend, the closer you're able to get. Toll Brothers has a new development called Hudson Point that is 10 minutes to downtown Greenville, and this is the closest new at-scale development that I can think of to downtown Greenville. However, prices start in the 900s. But you may not even care about being that close to downtown Greenville, and that's fine. Most clients tell me we want to be within 20 or 30 minutes of downtown, and honestly, you can find a number of new construction communities at a multitude of price points with that commute in mind. Places like Adams Glen by D.R. Horton, or Hidden Lake Estates by Adams Homes, or Heritage Village by Adams Homes, and many, many more. Next, let's talk about lot size and privacy. And everybody knows this, but most new neighborhoods in the Upstate are maximizing density, which means smaller lots, less space between homes, and very little mature landscaping on the interior of the community, if any at all. So while everything looks crisp and clean, you may feel like your back patio is just a few steps away from your neighbor's back patio. Some folks don't care about that, but some do. And if you're coming from somewhere with big yards, tall trees, that tight spacing can be a bit of a shock. In contrast, older, more established neighborhoods in Greenville often have larger lots, deeper setbacks, and mature trees that make the whole environment feel more private and polished. These are communities like Stonehaven or Forester Woods or Neely Farm. It's important to note that there are new construction communities that do offer larger lots though. Places like Coachman Reserve by Toll Brothers, Tubbs Mountain Estates by Enchanted Homes, and Hinton Farms by Distinguished Design. The next con that we'll talk about is architectural variety and restrictions. Now, another thing worth mentioning is that new construction can feel a bit, uniform. In many of Greenville's newer subdivisions, especially those built by national developers, you'll see the same handful of floor plans repeated over and over. The same siding colors, the same elevations, the same layouts, but never the same elevation and floor plan side by side. It's efficient, sure, but it can lack character. And if you're looking for charm, personality, or something that doesn't feel produced at scale, then it may be best to look in a more established community like Ashton Springs or Waterstone or Silver Meadows. To go along with that uniformity, most of these new neighborhoods come with an HOA, which means rules and guidelines. On one hand, HOAs help protect your investment by keeping the neighborhood tidy and consistent, which I think ultimately is a good thing, and they certainly serve their purpose in that regard. But on the flip side, they often come with tight restrictions. You might not be able to park your boat in the driveway, build a fence style that you want, or even change your mailbox without approval. If you're someone who values flexibility to customize things, that combination of consistent design and strict HOA rules can feel pretty limiting. Always read the fine print before falling in love with the model house, because that dream setup may come with more strings attached than you expected. So I hope all of that information was helpful in determining if new construction is right for you. And whether or not it is, I would love to be the realtor that you choose to work with in helping you find a new construction home or helping you find a more established home in a more established community. So please do me a favor, email me at my email below or shoot me a text at my cell phone number below. I would love to chat with you and get you home here in Greenville. As always, my friends, my name is Will Sawyer, your friend in real estate, and until next time, stay safe. Well, this video is going to be a about Greenville County, the upstate of South Carolina. Great thing to do and easily in the evening. I'm a local real estate expert here in the area. All the time, we're right behind me is a really cool place called Freight Yard.